It's estimated by the Oklahoma Innocence Project that around 4% of inmates in Oklahoma prisons are in there for wrongful convictions. The Innocence Project is headquartered at the Oklahoma City University Law School, where a team of attorneys and students work to get innocent Oklahomans out of prison. They are working on some fascinating cases, including one you likely saw in the Netflix documentary, and that is Karl Fontenot's case. Joining us to speak now, unedited, is the legal director of Oklahoma Innocence Project, Andrea Miller, to talk about the Fontenot case and the new case just filed in Tulsa. Back on the program to speak unedited with us about a big case she's following is Andrea Miller from the Oklahoma Innocence Project. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Let's refresh some folks. What is the Oklahoma Innocence Project?
The Oklahoma Innocence Project is Oklahoma's only organization dedicated to exonerating people who have been wrongfully convicted in Oklahoma. We are the only organization that provides completely pro bono representation. We are also a law clinic at Oklahoma City University School of Law, so students work on cases with us of people who have been wrongfully convicted.
You are representing Karl Fontenot, known as the Innocent Man.
Yes.
How is that going?
We are still waiting for the Court of Criminal Appeals to rule on a state's appeal, but we're hoping that it's back in the trial court sooner rather than later, and that Karl will finally get his day in court.
I mean, the Netflix show came out years ago, and we were still waiting for answers then. Is he frustrated? Is he hopeful, or a mix?
He is frustrated. He is ready to clear his name. He is hopeful that that is going to happen, and we are all hopeful that we will get it back on track sooner rather than later.
Any idea why this takes so long? Is this just how courts work?
This seems to be a little bit longer than normal, but I think maybe there's some other cases that have similar issues that they're looking at. So the fact that it's Karl's case doesn't necessarily make the move any faster.
What? I understand you're taking on new cases. Is that correct?
We are always taking on new cases. We have a backlog of about 500 cases.
Oh my
right now.
gosh! I didn't realize it was that big.
And we get hundreds of letters every year of new people asking for help.
What are some of the new cases you have taken on? Maybe some folks might know some of those names.
Well, we're filing a post-conviction application here in Tulsa today on behalf of Rico Green, who was wrongfully convicted of first-degree murder of a child who was in his care. The state said it was shaken baby syndrome. We believe that it was the result of a short fall, so we believe it's a no-crime case.
What are the next steps for that? Does he get a new trial, or
well, hopefully,
a hearing to show what you found? Or
the post-conviction application is the first step of a probably years-long process, but we hope at some point that he gets an evidentiary hearing so we can put on our new evidence.
What is that, a life sentence he's facing?
He's got a life sentence.
Okay. Let's talk about, you have an event coming up you want some folks to know about.
We do. We are celebrating International Wrongful Conviction Day on October 2nd in Oklahoma City at the Fordson Hotel. It's a dinner that is intended to raise awareness about wrongful convictions. We have several exonerees who come every year so that they can talk to people in attendance and tell them about their experience. And the exonerees are really the focus of the dinner. And we also have a keynote speaker this year named Jim McCluskey, who started Centurion Ministries decades ago and has been working on innocence cases for decades with as much success as anybody.
What is the, I meant to ask you the last time you were here, what is it like to have that aha moment where you have found something? What is that like where, okay, it's real?
Well, it's funny because I'm surprised that I'm ever surprised about stuff that we find, and in almost every case that we take into litigation, there is a moment where I'm either shocked by something that has happened in the case or shocked by the fact that we have been able to find new evidence after sometimes decades. And it's great when you have that moment, but that moment is the beginning. That moment, it can be years to get to that moment, but really that moment is the beginning of what is then our commitment to litigate a case in court. So it's great, but it's also sometimes a little bit daunting.
I think you told me before, and even with your new case, they have to seek you out first. Is that correct?
That's right. So the way that a case gets to us has to be a letter directly from an inmate that simply says, I'm innocent and I need help. Now, those letters often have way more detail in them because they want to tell us about their case. But the letter is what then prompts a questionnaire from us. So they have to send back a 19-page questionnaire. Wow. So it's pretty lengthy and very detailed about everything that happened in their case and everybody who was involved in their case. And that's what actually starts a file. And then the file goes into that 500 case backlog, and we just pick up new cases every semester as we get new students working in the project.
Now, this new Tulsa case, is that going to be just as slow as Karl's case? Or is Karl's case that's different?
Hopefully not, but on average it takes 10 years to exonerate somebody from the beginning of the process to exoneration, so it's likely to be a lengthy process.
Does that mean he comes back here and he's in the Tulsa County Jail? Or?
If we get an evidentiary hearing,
okay.
He would, but while the post-conviction is pending, he remains.
Andrea, anything else you'd like to talk about while you're up the turnpike? I appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate your interest in wrongful convictions, and if anybody wants more information, they can go to our website, okinnocence.org.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll be watching.
Thank you very much.